Hello and welcome back for 2.2 formatting output. So last time we talked about using print and print line, but now let's talk about some ways of making our outputs look a little nicer. So in Java, if we wanted to add additional methods to a language, we can import things called libraries. The easiest way to do this is import java.util.star. Now this will import the entire utility library of Java. Now each of these are called packages, and there are many libraries that we can import. Now, we don't need to import everything because that's going to just make our program big. So instead, we're going to focus on specific pieces of that. So first thing we're going to talk about is the printf function. So in Java, there exists a unique format specifier. All right, so let's look at this. Double price equals 10.9. System.out.print quote $, system.out.printf mod 6.2f comma price, system.out.println each. The line system.out.printf and that percent 6.2f price outputs for our final thing 10.90. Notice that printf functions similarly to print in that it does not go to the next line. Let's look at this with character conversion. On the previous slide, we saw this percent 6.2f, because some of you probably wondering, like, what does that, mod 6.2f means? Well, the percent symbol there signals the end of text input and the start of what's known as a format specifier. The end of the format specifier is indicated by a conversion character. In our example here, that's the F. There are numerous character conversion characters, excuse me, not character conversion characters, just conversion characters, as noted on the next page. So here we have a series of letters. Here I have D, F, E, G, S, and C. All right, each of these are mapped to a type of output. So D is for decimal integer, F is for fixed floating point, E is for E notation, G is for general floating, S is for string, and C is for character. So if we were to actually look at this, you can use either of these two examples. So you can either go percent 5D, or you can just percent D. Percent 6.2F, or just percent F. Percent 8.5B, or percent E. So on and so forth. Each of these are ways that you will put these into your code in order to generate the formatted output that you want. All right. We can also justify our output. All right. And this happens when we get into that S and C output. If the value output does not fill the field with, then blanks are going to be added. Right? The output is then right justified. So if I add a DA after the percent symbol, then it will be left justified. So here's my example. Double value equals 12.33. System.out.println F, or printf, excuse me, quote start mod 8.2f end value. All right, remember the 8.2f if we look back at the previous slide. All right, you don't see 8.2 on there, but we do have an F, which refers to fixed floating point. System.out.println, system.out.printf start mod minus 8.2f end value. System.out.println. So the way this code is going to print out is start 12.33 end, or 12.33 tab end. So what it does is that justification symbol will move that around accordingly. Let's format a string. So printf can also format entire strings. Double price equals 18.9. String name equals magic fruit. System.out.printf $ mod 6.2f for each percent s. Price name. System.out.println. All right, this is going out to put 1980 for each magic fruit. I think it's supposed to be 1890. Oops. 1890, folks. 1890. All right, you can also use escape characters in a printf statement. Here's our print demo. So here I have a public static void main string args, and you can see in here I have a simple string, just ABC. I'm going to have the, say, system.out.println string output, system.out.println start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. System.out.printf start mod s end mod n. start mod 4s end %n. Here's 2s and then n. Then I'm doing the same thing now, but I'm doing with the char. As you see here, it says mod c, mod 4c. And down here is a decimal, and you'll see it's a mod f, mod 0.4f, mod 0.2f, mod 12.4f, mod e, and mod 12.5. So when we look at those, you can see how each of the outputs gets affected by those values. So each of them are going to have their own unique things. All right, so let's just go ahead and move to our self-test questions here. Here we have a string, and that's equal to jelly bean. So we want to know what output is produced by the following code. System.println start 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. System.printf start %s end %n a string. Printf start %4s end %n, and then start %13s end mod n. System.println. Right, number 2, what output is produced by the following code? For each output line, describe whether the line begins or ends with a blank or blanks. String, a string, jelly bean, double D equals 1.23.1.23456789 System.out.println start 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. System.out.println start %s end %n %9.4f %n a string D. Number 3, write a Java statement to output the value in a variable D of type double to the screen. The output should be in E notation with 3 digits after the decimal point. The output should be in a field of width 15. And that concludes this lesson.